in a tweet which read, Grant Hill calling me a conspiracy theorist is disappointing. I've been a VP of the Players Association since I was 21 years old. I have a great understanding. Paul, your reaction, please.
You know, Jalen is still feeling a certain kind of way he didn't make it, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way he didn't make it. I mean, you got 3 Celtics on the Olympic team, and this is not a knock against Drew. Drew was a given. He's played before Tatum, and now Derek White, and you don't have the Finals MVP, a guy who's been all NBA, Finals MVP. He feels a certain way, man. He really feels slighted by, you know, when he says conspiracy theory. He's talking about Nike. We all know that. He feels like because the USA is sponsored by Nike and a lot of their Nike top dogs are on the team this year, that he was kind of slighted. Well, maybe so, maybe not. Because there's still a few Nike guys out there that didn't make the team that can make an argument for being on the team. Guys like Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, and so on. So
none of them was MVP.
Or the finals, no.
Or the Larry Bird Trophy.
No, not at all.
Or Super Trooper Duper Max contract.
Not at all.
Right? Or NBA champion.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's going to hurt a little bit more. But on the flip side, Jalen, you can use this for your motivation going into next year.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something he will do. You know, he's been one of those players that's, you know, he's not going to win the popularity contest. He's not going to win, you know, most flamboyant this or that off the court. But he's a guy that's going to fly under the radar and continue to do the dirty work to be successful. Because on the flip side, he has won a Finals MVP. He won an Eastern Conference MVP. He was highest paid player in the league last year. And that's all right, Jalen. Just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe you'll make the next Olympic team, maybe not, but I think it's good for him because I feel like this is a thing that's going to keep him hungry, you know, after winning the championship.
Agreed.
And I like this for him, actually.
Yep.
You know, why, Skip, the biggest question for me is why does he feel this way? Why does he feel that there's some sort of underlying blackball treatment toward him?
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes all the way back to the Kyrie situation and the defending of, or not necessarily defending, but speaking up on Kyrie's behalf and against the treatment of Nike to Kyrie in some of the Nike practices in the past. Like, why does he feel this way? There's got to be something that's there to make him want to continue. The Olympics will be over in a couple weeks, but continue to harp on the situation not being in Paris with other players, his other contemporaries that he may or may not be better than. At least he is as good as them or on the same level as them, but he's not there. If you lay out his resume and everything that Paul just mentioned, it's just weird that he is coming at it from this level, Skip, and basically saying that Grant Hill is in on it.
Yeah,
he's in on it.
That's correct.
And Grant said, man, please, I'm not in on it. Man, stop with the conspiracy stuff. I'm not in on this. But he's saying, yes, you are. I'm VP, man. I've been here since 21 years old. I have a clear understanding of how this works. Why? Why is that?
Because Jalen's on to something, and he called out who should have gotten called out, and then Grant tried to dismiss it by saying, it's just a conspiracy theory. This had nothing to do with Nike, when Jalen knows he is not uninformed. He is not misguided. He's the vice president of the Players Association. He's saying, I know where all the bodies are buried. I've been seeing it from the inside out since I was 21 years of age. And now I've risen up to where I was the MVP of the conference finals and the NBA finals. And you did me wrong, because when Kawhi couldn't go, the perfect fit for Kawhi. I can't think of a better player in the league I would want to replace Kawhi Leonard with than Jaylen Brown. I'm not saying he's exactly Kawhi, but it's the skill set is pretty close.
He can do some of the same things.
Yeah. And I would have liked that fit. By the way, if Kawhi had still been on the team yesterday, I wonder how many minutes he would have gotten. If you have to shorten the rotation to I can only play 10, well, then where does he fit? And I don't disagree with what Derek White does for the team because he's a grit and grinder and he plays defense and he's slapping the ball out of Joker's hand and he's doing little big things for that team because he can ball now, you know, and he's not afraid and he'll take and make a big shot here and there.
But just the name alone don't sit right.
Come on. It's just, it doesn't sit right. Derek White.
You got a few guys.
No, because
he's most qualified, though.
But when you say the name alone, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
One guy was the star of his team.
He was.
The other guy is a role player.
Yeah.
The role player gets the opportunity to go get a goal.
Yeah.
Over the star player. It just doesn't.
It doesn't work.
And
I'm with you. It doesn't make sense. No. Nope.
He's the only one that on his own team is probably like the fourth or fifth option.
Yeah.
Everybody else is first or second options on their ball club.
Yeah.
That's on the Olympic team.
That's on the Olympic team.
Yeah, when you step back from it and say, how's Derek White on our Olympic team? Not that he hadn't made some plays.
And that's my whole point is that I could have picked so many other players on the U.S. You know, like I said, oh, let's go grab this dude. And you would have been like, okay.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Right? Okay. Huh. All right. Former Cowboys in a little more than a quarter in yesterday's win over Serbia. Afterward, KD said, I was tired. I'm not going to lie to you. So, Paul, what do you expect from KD for the rest of the Olympics?
I expected him to do what he does, Skip, to be the dominant scorer that he was yesterday. I'm not sure if he'll shoot 8 for 9 or go 8 for 8 every game, but him and LeBron are going to be competing every night for team leading score.
Yep.
You know, he's going to get the minutes as and this is the crazy part. You heard he said he was tired, which means he's probably not in game shape. You know, when they start going into elimination play, he'll be in shape. Give him a couple more games. And I expected him to be dominant. I expect the USA team to be dominant. And after this Olympics, you know, you got your gold medal already. You can already put it on. They're going to be talking about this is one of the greatest Olympic teams we've ever seen. And so he's the tipping point right there, Skip. Just having Kevin Durant on the team, it just opens up so many things for everybody. And like I said, when you look at the roster from top to bottom and the guys, and the reason they look so different yesterday than they have in the exhibition season is because you got guys like Curry and LeBron who pretty much need the ball to orchestrate what they do, going to their campaign. KD doesn't need, like I said, we watched the highlights. KD probably took about 5 dribbles. Plug and play. We've been saying it all week. Plug and play. You throw him in there, 1-2 dribbles, boom, gets to a spot. He's a no-nonsense player. And what I mean by that, he don't do all that nonsense dribbling, going through his circus act. He fits right in. You know, everybody else got to go to their circus act. I mean, I just expect him to be dominant, the USA team to be dominant, and let's enjoy the best team we probably ever going to see assembled.
Paul just took a shot at Ant-Man. You know that.
Oh, because he said circus act, dribble, 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 dribble.
Yeah, I mean, the same him, Tatum, Curry.
Tatum, too.
Yeah, you know, they like to go into their campaign. Boom, 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 boom.
That's what, you know, makes them, though, right?
Kevin Durant is no nonsense. I'm a 1-2 dribble you to death, pull up,
bam, it's over.
Bam, it's over. I'm not playing with y'all. Just here, get to it.
So you was a circus dribbler, too?
No, I'm right to it. I'm getting right to the money.
No, that's not true.
I'm getting right to the money.
Because you told them, I forgot who you told.
Let me go right to the rack.
Who was that you told with the headband on? You told them to come in. You did all the dribbled the air out the ball.
They you know, they got to go into they step back. They hezzy go through the legs 3 or 4 times. I wasn't doing none of that. I'm getting right to my eyes is on the basket. I'm right to it.
Okay. Well, look, man.
I ain't got time for this nonsense.
Could Kevin Durant or is Kevin Durant the best Olympian ever?
What do you mean, like scoring-wise?
No, I'm talking about just in general.
Player?
The best Olympian
He's
ever.
Played the best.
You mean just the best single player ever?
No, not just in basketball. I'm just talking about in the Olympics. Just for the U.S.
He's
when you
played
think
the
about
best. He has the most
You
gold
mean in
medals.
every sport?
Yeah.
No.